Hey YouTubers, this is Rant and Robin.
And DigiFoxCat.
Okay, let me start off by saying this. As a Kingdom Hearts fan, his hair color kind of throws me for a loop here. I know his hair seemed a little lighter in the second one, but it seems like they didn't do it quite dark enough because his hair really should be closer to brown. I know for sure in the first game, but I believe in the second game too. But other than that, looking at the detail, they've got it all the way down to every single zipper on him. They've got his belt. This is his main outfit design in the second Kingdom Hearts. His black outfit with the highlights of red, yellow, and I think there might be blue in there too, because if you remember, the fairies kind of helped create his outfit. But he ultimately chose the one that looked kind of a mix of all the colors instead of the solo colors. But again, very well designed, but again, this should have a Keyblade. He should be holding his Keyblade. He should have it in some form or another, probably at his side or something. And the hair looks a little off on the side, with one of the strands of hair looking as if it's two hairs kind of clumped together. You can kind of see it in that shot, whereas his hair seemed to be more just straight out pointed all throughout the game.
Yep.
Okay, before I get started, let me appeal to all my Kingdom Hearts fans out there. If you heard sounds like Goofy yelling Donald, or Donald yelling Goofy, and watched their life bars go down until they were dazed, basically putting no damage on the enemy because you thought maybe they'd do something for you, and then watched your potions go whittle away because you had given the potions to each of them and they were just using them on each other, then I understand your pain. Many of us got flustered at the way Donald and Goofy's AR was built in. Or their artificial intelligence, game programming, however you want to say it. Many of us got flustered at how they were programmed, because especially in the first game, they did nothing. You couldn't leave them alone to even take a bar off an enemy if you were trying to recharge or rest or whatever it might be, or like me, actually trying to see how far they would go to see what they could do. Goofy is very well detailed, down to the Mickey Mouse head on his shield. His hat and stuff like that appear to have a few less zippers than they did in the actual Kingdom Hearts, but again, I think they're using one of his two outfits. It's hard for me to remember what he looked like in the second one, but I do remember, while it had these colors, I remember there being a lot of odd zippers that just made no sense on him. His face and stuff, for those of you who like Disney, his face is very detailed. His nose is painted well. His ears hang down just the right way. And for the basic line of Disney characters, the chibi style works excellently. And you'll even enjoy the fact that he's kind of got crossed eyes.
Yeah. I think the reason there's not as many zippers on him is because he's got a big jaw. His jaw, his nose, everything sticks out, so if they put the details in before they put his head on, that would work.
That's true. Yeah. But I figured a lot of that was mold-based, because at least looking at Sora and Roxas, a lot of theirs seems to be jutted out, not just painted on. So it seems like they didn't even maybe put it into the mold.
True. But his shield is very well done.
Yeah, and he does very well look like the Goofy in Kingdom Hearts, so I can't complain. Okay, so I'm just right now going to say how much I despise, not this character, but this dome. Hot Topic released, and along with many other stores, the Kingdom Hearts domes. And like many people, I was really intrigued by the idea of domes because we had just finished our collection of Digimon domes, which we'll do in another video with DigiFoxCat kind of mostly hosting that one. But we found out, and we watched YouTube videos later, and if you're one of those other people watching our video, then we feel your pain. And apparently Donald was basically half of those boxes. If you got a box that was a whole box, a whole cart, or however you want to say it, off the shelf, chances are you got a complete set, but you also got almost as many Donalds, because apparently they made him 1 and 2 in most of the packages. He was the easiest, most common character to find, and extremely frustrating. He was the reason why we went to eBay, because in a matter of picking 4 packages up, we had gotten 3 Donalds. And 1 Heartless, and we could not get any of the other characters, and it's not easy throwing out $6, $7, $8 for a character. So we wanted, when we saw them on eBay, slightly used, but basically it just means they were open, for only about $20 or $30 for a whole set. We went for that instead because we just really wanted to be able to display them. Now, talking about Donald, he is very well detailed all the way down to his zippers on his outfit. On this one, he's also got his wand with the hat, his healer's wand, with kind of the hat-looking tip. He's got kind of an angry look, which, for any fan of Donald, that really fits who Donald is. They've even painted his eyes blue, and they've gone the extra mile with really trying to put in every seam on this character, including his 2 zippers on the hat, which, I'm just saying, there's no point for them. In the video game, was there any point to the zipper? If you know any point, go ahead and comment down below, but I'm just saying there was no point on these zippers. I mean, were they pockets? Did his hat come apart into 3 pieces? Or did Square Enix just like putting zippers on their characters, and as such, zippers that went nowhere? All the way down to his feet, very well detailed character. You can even kind of see the stress lines and the anger furrowed brow in the front of his face, if you look kind of closer. And the kind of the lines in his face, very well designed 3D rendition of the drawing of the character. Having said that, it still frustrated me how many of him were in packages.
They put zippers on everything because they were cool at the time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Alright, so here's the leader of the pack that's made for you and me. MICKUIMOUSE. Mickey Mouse has been my favorite, Alright. Mickey Mouse has been my favorite character since I was a little kid, when it came to everything Disney. Many of you know the rule, and Kingdom Hearts broke this rule, but, you know, we forgave Square Enix because we figured that side of Disney didn't know it as much, but Mickey's head is supposed to have his ears turn in relation to his head, where they're always in the same position. In the video game, he turned more like a 3D model of this toy, where his ears turned sideways when he was sideways, whereas in the cartoons done by Disney, he always had his ears in proportion to his head. That was the only complaint that fans had of...
there would be an ear on top and an ear on the back.
Yep, that was the only complaint that fans had about Kingdom Hearts, but let's be honest, when graphing models of characters, it's hard to graph in that kind of movement. But anyways, he is very well built. He got the Keyblade, that I think they all should have had a Keyblade on them. And his Keyblade is very well designed. It's obvious it's the Kingdom Key. And while the colors have been changed from more of a bright yellow to more of a gold, it really works. It works well, and it's very well detailed on the Keyblade. You can see where his hands are holding inside the Keyblade, and you can see the chain hanging down with his head on it. I mean, how vain are you if you carry a weapon with your own head on it? But hey, it's Mickey. He runs a big corporation. All hail Disney. No, but seriously, we've gotten a lot of good out of Disney. He's got a very good, well-designed face, perfectly rendered version of the cartoon drawings of Mickey, and a very good way of rendering a chibified version of Mickey Mouse. His nose is painted very well. And again, this is probably the primary reason that I wanted to finish the set, was because when I saw the Mickey on this, I also, in our previous video, you saw the Mickey Mouse pop vinyl from Kingdom Hearts. I really like Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts. He is my favorite character, and I wish that there were more games of Kingdom Hearts where we could actually play as Mickey. I believe the only one to date is Chain of Memories. You can play as him if you're on the Riku side, or at least he joins you, kind of acts as your assistant. But overall, I don't think you've ever been able to play as Mickey except in battle modes and extra modes in like 358/2 days. But overall, he is my favorite of the domes. He's very well designed. And I also want to make note that individually on each individual dome, Square Enix and Disney have done a really good job of painting their logo on. And you'll notice that Square Enix and Kingdom Hearts have done a really good job of putting their logo on the front of every dome. I really like that all the way down to the Disney Square Enix in small letters. I won't ask that to be zoomed in on. But yeah, I really like it. The black for the base of the domes is a very good color choice, matching the silver of the Kingdom Hearts logo, which really fits with a Square Enix product. And again, unlike the pop vinyl, we actually got Sora and Roxas and Axel. Maybe we'll get another round with some more of the characters. I mean, who wouldn't love to see Cloud or Sephiroth? But again, that's Final Fantasy officially, so we probably wouldn't. But, you know, we can always dream, right?
Yeah.